What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another podcast. And this is podcast number 8. This time, uh, today's gameplay is with the crew 2. And I'm used to actually pressing a button for a map, but that's not a map. That is actually a camera mode. So, yeah, today, um, I want to talk about the 3 topics. So in terms of Gran Turismo, um, I finally gained this. I've finally have gotten used to actually doing car shows for the past 4 days. Um, but just letting you guys know, car shows are taking up 2 more days. So basically, um, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So tomorrow's expect car show um, throughout those 4 days. So yeah, basically it's actually not bad, but every now and then, um, oh my goodness, oh, okay. For some reason, then again, it actually depends on the people that actually. Yeah. For some reason, a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't worry, it gets better," and they're not wrong. It gets better.
Three, two, one.
Alright.
You got this under control.
Hold on, let me fix my microphone real quick. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright. So you guys wondering why I keep talking about the racing cliches? Because racing cliches are everywhere these days. Like they can actually range from old classics to new trends. So I'm deciding to actually look into hello, welcome to the live stream, or actually welcome to the podcast. Uh, so yeah, I'm deciding to actually, uh, try to actually make racing cliches a series that I actually want to talk, that I want to do in this channel. Uh, yeah, apparently it's kind of like this. When it comes to racing cliches, there are way too many to count for. So, yeah, most likely a lot. But I'm wondering, how did this racing cliches idea pop up? Well, it's well, here's the thing. Um, racing cliches is an idea that I actually got some from a YouTube channel known as Overly Sarcastic Productions, where they do truck talk, where well, the two characters are two people. One is red and one is blue. And red usually talks about something that most people yeah, say. Um, here once I done the podcast. Are you gonna do a car show today? Car shows. Car show is tomorrow. I know that for sure. Um, oh yeah. So the racing cliches is kind of the idea that I actually wanted to do for a while, but I'm not the one that actually wanted to talk about that is passionate about those things. Like, in fact, if you know over sarcastic production, then you would know that uh, and keep in mind, I kind of found it by accident when I was trying to recreate some with Kong from Survivor 6, but I actually stumbled upon over sarcastic production. So yeah, not to mention it was actually quite hilarious, believe it or not. And not to mention it's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z thing, but yeah, most of the time I'm like, okay, so let's see what happens next, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I ended up looking into the actual, well, into the actual playlist, and I found something called Trump Talk, and it's like, oh, okay, it's very themes, sense trends, and also a bunch of cliches. But these cliches are the only reason why you have these things work. So in order to answer your questions, so yeah, to answer your question, car shows going to happen tomorrow, just not today, because, well, usually Fridays is literally where I do a podcast, so there's that. Speaking of which, it's like kind of good thing that Goddrifter247sun is coming out very soon, because obviously, well, unfortunately, the fact that even though Goddrifter247sun is coming out, the PS5 is gonna be harder to actually get, due to the fact that the scalpers keep on, buying straight up buying the PS5 right now I know this. And they'll be like, oh, I'm selling this PS5 for over $800. And it's like, dude, not cool. And keep in mind that keep in mind the original price of PS5s is literally $399 and $499, or long story short, the original costs $500, while the deluxe edition costs $400. You have the same problem over here. Yep. Yep, they're not wrong. But then again, it's kind of sound like, oh yeah, let me just overcharge the amount of PlayStation 5 that most people are getting. Like, dude, like, what happened to there is such a thing as shared, like, at least that people buy the console before. Actually, I thought about it. It's like, okay, if I got PS5, it's like, okay, did you went to the store though? It's like, no, I actually ordered online. It's like, you fool. Why would you order online? You wonder how many people try that? It did not work so well. In fact, it was so bad it became a meme. A meme of all things, guys. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, but more or less, because actually it's not that bad. It's just that when the time is right, and I think a lot of people would prefer to actually buy the console themselves, because it's like, oh yeah, the PS5, it's not gonna be that big. Turns out the PS5 is bigger than the PS4. In fact, the PS5 is bigger than the Xbox One. Keep in mind that the Xbox One was the biggest console since 2014. I'm like, dear God, like how? Like, what have they feed you? Like, bruh, that makes no sense. Oh, and I'm totally not trying to destroy a $1.5 million hypercar while doing racing. That's totally not happening. Hey, so yeah, most likely the PS5 is gonna be one of those consoles where people wait until it gets cheaper. So yeah, most likely for the next couple of months, don't expect me to actually get a PS5 like right away, because there are literally a limit production.
You gotta go faster, or all the other mechanics will laugh at me.
As I was saying, right, got really interrupted by my mechanic. Yeah, it's not most likely. Consoles like that usually have people waiting before it. So most likely, if it gets cheaper, it gets cheaper. In fact, PlayStation is not the only one that actually has that problem. Grand Tour across America. Yeah, no, it's.
That's it. Show them what you got.
No, what was I saying? So yeah, PS5 is gonna have to wait. Well, it's actually one of those consoles where people wait until it actually gets cheaper, or they get like something that, or they get like a smaller version of the PS5, but it also has like more megabytes than the original. It's like, okay, that's cool. like for example, I remember back in I think it was 2011 is when I got the PS3, and uh, you know, I ended up getting the PS3 when I was like 11, so it'll be 2010 or 2009. I don't know, it depends. But yeah, it used to be like PS the it used to be like Xbox. I keep on. Jesus, you know what I say? Oh yeah. Forgot. No, yeah. Keep in mind, the PS3 back then was probably one of the biggest consoles they could ever own. Due to the fact that it's a lot big. Well, it's on par, if not a bit bigger than the Xbox 360. Which, keep in mind, it was literally bigger than the PS2. And keep in mind, I know what a PS2 is like. I actually have one. In fact, I actually went through two, well not two. I went through at least one, and then I went through one, and then I still have one, and have a second one. Yeah, it's actually not bad console, reliability wise. And trust me, when it comes to having a PS3, but it depends on which variant of it you have. And I had the fat PS3. And I can tell you that that mess is ridiculously heavy for what it is. And not to mention, the only problem that most people have with the fat PS3 is the fact that literally at some time the game just straight up stopped working. And the reason is because the PS3 actually requires thermal paste, a type of substance that actually doesn't overheat the actual console. But literally a couple of days, like literally a couple years later, I went and bought myself a PS3. In fact, this is like my first console I actually bought for myself. So yeah, it's actually it's not bad. It's just that I wish it was legit a bit cheaper than I expected. It was a smaller PS3, but at the same time, it doesn't. What PS3 game did you buy? Along with the PS3, that was the first PS3 I bought in a while. I bought Ridge Racer Underground for the PS3, and keep in mind I had games for it as well. So, yeah. And then again, the first time I got a PS3, it was literally Christmas Day, and I'm like, I wonder what this big box is for. Turns out that big box was actually a PS3, and legit, my older sister bought me and my brother 2 games. And both games, I basically think there's like a theme behind those games, but one of them was a ninja game, and the other one was like an anime type game. For me, it was Mini Ninjas and Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Keep in mind, 11-year-old back in 2010, and my brother, he got Ninja Gaiden 2, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 and Afro Samurai for the PS3. And I was like, okay, those are pretty cool games. But then again, what I did know is that Ninja Gaiden is hard. And by hard, I meant hard. And heck, play normal harder than this. Like, what in the world? Did I play any? I have played Little Big Planet for. Actually, yeah, I played Little Big Planet. I played Motorstorm, which actually was like one of the exclusives. Really fun game, by the way. What else did I play? I also had Planet, Motorstorm. Oh, Ratchet Clank was another one. It was Tools of Destruction, if I remember correctly. And I think that's about it in terms of exclusives. But yeah, it turns out that PS3 actually had more than I thought. Even though there needs to be shipped, it was the Ferrari pack, which was only available on the 360. It actually wasn't that bad. It's just that I wish we could have done a lot more than we anticipated. But yeah, it was actually pretty cool that a lot of people ended up playing a lot of these PS3 games, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, both of the games being exclusives. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't play Gran Turismo 6 because, well, yeah, I think my mic is a bit laggy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. But unfortunately, I didn't play Gran Turismo 6 because of by the time Gran Turismo 6 comes out, PS4 and legit the Xbox One was already out. So unfortunately, actually it would have been like this if give me a moment. Okay. Okay, it should be good for now. Oh yeah. The reason I played Goddrifter 6 because by the time that Goddrifter 6 came out, it would easily be a PS4 exclusive, which is not bad. But unfortunately, Olympic Digital didn't realize that if we didn't get Goddrifter 6 for the PS4, actually, if we didn't get it for the PS3, people have two games, one of them being Gran Turismo 5 Prologue and legit Gran Turismo 5. Also keep in mind that Gran Turismo 6 would have ran into the same problem. But yeah, yeah, the exclusives are pretty cool. It's just that a lot of people would prefer other games like Drive Club. Actually, in fact, what is my opinion on the price of the PS3? Are you talking like years after the release or the years before release? Because at that time, what are you saying? Saying saved it from Doom. Also at launch. Oh, okay. So I was pretty shocked that. Well, actually, keep in mind this was back in 2006. So I was only 7 years old when the PS3 came out. and it was actually actually I was shocked about how the pricing depends on the game, and it's like, okay, they have exclusives, that's cool, but um in Los Angeles, yes I did. um Where's my PS3? I was shocked that the PS3 was like around $500 to $600 depending on where you live. Like, it makes absolutely no sense on how much. Keep in mind, the PS2 was cheaper, and the games were cheaper as well. Like, back then, games ranged from like $29.99 to $39.99, and those are like. And keep in mind, at that time, those were considered new games. Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, brand new, a regular game is like $59.99, so that's like $60. A deluxe edition, it's worth $10 more, than the Ultimate edition is almost like $20 more. It's like, why? Why most people pay for that mess in the first place? All right. And when I say saved it from Doom, is the fact that like literally and here's the funny thing, I ended up getting PS3, my first PS3 in 2010. So literally, I was 11 years old when I got the PS3, and it was quite hilarious, the fact that it was around $300 when it was still around. And keep in mind, it was the PS3 Fat, so it actually was pretty cool. And then they came out with the Slim, and then they came out with the Super Slim. And the funny thing is, it saved it from Doom because the games that the PS3 has, they had this thing. Actually, it was what's it called? Actually, the PS3 has this when the PS4 don't. Is the system on the chip thing, where literally, like it plays like the original game. It acts like the original game. It's just on a different console. Where while as what's that? You know, launch they were underselling the consoles. I didn't realize it was undersold. Like, sorry, like I have like a nose code, but yeah, I didn't realize that it was undersold. Like I was, and keep in mind, this was back in 2006 when the system came out. So yeah, and keep in mind, I was that one family member that actually wanted the PS3 so bad, and it hurts. And then I think my cousin got it like 2 years later, which was pretty hilarious to be exact, because literally out of all the games that came out on PS3, was probably the only thing they play is fighting games and shooting games, and well, sports games as well. Yeah, I didn't know that like they were unassigned consoles, even though you know, like half of the systems these days are like, they're actually, I didn't think they were undersold. Like, if they're priced determines on which one to get, then I'm fine with it. It's just that a lot of people rather just wait till the price goes down instead of like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy it immediately. So, yeah, it was actually pretty interesting. Like how the PS3 went from a zero to a hero because like the Xbox was. Actually, I know I'm talking bad about the Xbox, but it's kind of true. Um, keep in mind, the Xbox 360 came out in 2005, and immediately it had many problems. Like right off the bat, the system has the red ring of death, which was which was not only was their biggest problem, but the system eats discs like it was nothing. Because obviously, we need to actually get this out right now. It's like, okay, that's cool, but what happened to the discs? It's like, oh, I think the system ate it. It's like, what? And you can see those deep circle scratches that are on the disc. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not one. I think the lockdown gets more people to buy PS1, so it's hard to get one. Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of true. So yeah, it was actually pretty cool that even though the PS5 throughout this year is probably gonna get. It's really gonna be there, and it's like, you're like, you know what? Like most people are like, man, they like the PS5. I'm gonna go with the Xbox, or it's like the opposite. Like, man, I didn't like the Xbox. Just go get PS5. It's like, okay, why? And then of course, everyone's like, okay, why did you get those? Why did you get one or the other in the first place? Like, I just wanted to get the exclusives. Like, okay, in my opinion, the Xbox has barely any exclusives. But oh snap, okay. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kinda like, okay, I know it's like the States thing, but I remember like, there was a meme where like Popeye made their own chicken sandwich and it was too good that like there would be like lines, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like, are you sure? Like, are you completely sure? I'm sorry, my voice cracked, but I like this nose code. So yeah, I think it's not a nose code. I think I've sniffed something and I think I have allergies. Alright. Oh yeah. I gotta pull a meta gamer move. For the guy who has not done that before. Oh. Oh god. Oh Jesus! Ow. Okay, I'm good. Actually, you know what the funny thing is? Like, I know like one of the games, I think one of the games Bethesda made was so bad that in Germany they were giving those giving away they were giving away those games for free. For free, keep in mind. And not to mention Like legit, the more you explore, the more data it saves. And it's like, what in the world? What kind of mess is this? And it's like, and so you know what the weird thing is? That by the time you finish a Skyrim game, oh excuse me, the moment you finish like a Skyrim game, you literally have, like, the moment you delete the game because you beat it, and you delete the data, and it's like, finally I have space for games. Like, it was, like, the storage was ridiculous. I mean, I'm kind of glad that we actually have, like, gigabytes worth of data in this game, but keep in mind, Gran Turismo Sport uses 100 of those gigabytes. So yeah, that's the reason why I still have it to this day, because, well, it was 60 gigs, then it went from 60 to 80, 80 to 100, and I think right now it's like around 112 gigs or 117. Um, yeah, it's actually not that bad. Well, yeah, I actually do agree that it actually gives more people to buy PS3 online, PS3, PS5s online, but um, like the moment it gets to a game store, I immediately going there and buying it, like no joke. But well, yeah, it, unless you have like a connection with unless you have a connection with the people that work for a game store, they're like, yo, hook me up with the PS4. It's like, cool. External hard drive on the PS4 Pro. I got 30 plus games. Oh my goodness. So I got 30 games downloaded. My goodness. And actually, the funny thing is, like, if you had, like, most people have been like, oh yeah, I ended up getting the PS4 Pro, and it's like, okay, what happened to the original PS4 that you got? It's like, oh, I give that to my cousin. I was like, what? What happened to what happened to value these days? But then again, I think the reason why a lot of people buy PS4 Pros instead of the PS4 is because one thing and one thing only: 4K TV gameplay. Like, most people would actually have that right off the bat. It's actually pretty cool. Oh Jesus! That's the friend. It can be fixed. It's only a dent. I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard of the crew game, I'm like, okay, it's a racing. Yep, first. I was first the whole time, even though I had to do like a pro gamer move just to actually get first place. Okay, there you go. I was about to say, I'm like, jeez, how many things did I grab? up getting a lot of money because of see that buck symbol? That's basically the currency of this game. Actually, now that I thought about it, let me check my hobbies. That way, I can actually see what collection I need. Uh, oh my goodness, get rich and then get richer. So yeah, it's actually yeah. When I first heard the crew game, it was actually I was on the fence because I'm like, okay, I wonder what the crew game is about. Because I saw gameplay of it, I'm like, it doesn't tell me anything. But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, there are many variants of the car you can actually get, and you don't have to, like, go to a. You'd have to go to another, like, car dealership just to actually get a second version. For example, um, the 370Z, like the original 370Z. Like, this is the drift version. And that's the drag version. So yeah, it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like they had to like go ahead and like, let's see, yeah, they had to like go out to the road just to buy a secondhand D70Z. And then I was like, okay, is there gonna be new DLC when it comes out soon? It's like, yeah, okay, pre-order is gonna be confirmed. And then I look at the car list, and I'm like, like this game is so American that they had the Skyline on Skyline's driver's side on the left hand side. I'm like, how American can it get? Like, I say, in fact, how much more American can it be? And it turns out it's not even done because obviously the Wild Run, which was its first DLC pack, actually not only changed the color, but also changed the gameplay of it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Because obviously a lot of people gonna be like, "Oh, we got a new Japanese car now." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Like um, not only Nissan was present, but we ended up getting and the next two and see two more, and one of them was obviously at the time the newer Subaru BRZ, and Mazda just had the RX-7 and the MX-5 Miata, which unfortunately those are the only two Mazdas you can actually get in the game. And then I'm thinking like, where's the R35? Like,
2, 1.
and guess what? They give us the R35 literally literally a year later. And not to mention, also give us bikes as well, which I was like, wait, they give us bikes? How? How in the world did they manage to give us bikes? And not to mention, the prices of the cars are at least legit, because a lot of people prefer to actually get cars like that, but unfortunately for this game, it was ridiculous. The cars are ridiculously overpriced. Like seriously, I have not heard. Oh my goodness, over that. I mean seriously, I have not heard of a Camaro that costs over 200 grand. And that's supercar pricing, keep in mind. And not to mention, the Huracan's price is kind of like an expensive Aventador, but that is literally decked out from factory. And I'm like, man, there's no way that most people prefer any of those, because, well, the cruelest joke in the book. And that cruelest joke is literally cars pricing. Like, how in the world did the Camaro SS from 2009, keep in mind, went from at least 20 to 30 grand to 200 grand? Like, how in the world does that work?
Oh yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh my goodness, okay. Like, that's how you do it? Yeah, destroy a Bugatti while taking a shortcut. Yeah, that totally works. I mean, even though the Crew was actually a good game, the problem I had with it is when it's all done and dusted, you can only upgrade your car so much. So literally, I think everybody has like a fixed, um, fixed point on how much you can actually upgrade your car. Like for example, for me, it was literally 1481, which keep in mind the highest you can go was 1499. So 1481 doesn't sound so bad. But it doesn't sound good because now I'm limited to the performance of the car instead of like having to buy a extra vehicle. And not to mention, if there's one game mode I missed from the Crew to the Crew 2, that will be Crown. Now, for those who do not know what Crown is, essentially, same way as the game of Capture a Flag. Except you're 9 teams and it's every man for themselves. Well, every man or woman for themselves. And most likely, as long as you're holding the crown, you're basically the target. And the funny thing is, you can actually bus driver. Anyway, that's an R&B. I don't know. Now what was I say? Oh yeah. So you can actually bait people to actually take the crown and then just lose the crown right after, and it's like it can be frustrating because yeah, you not gotten the crown, but it was probably the funnest thing in that game, rather than just like racing all the time. Which the racing, let's see, the PvP was way worse than 2015's. Like 2015's at least it was like chill about it. The Crew, literally everybody crashes in the first corner, and it's like, you guys not know how to use your brakes. It's like, come on now. So yeah, it was actually pretty entertaining. So I ended up watching you know those what's that called? Like, okay, so I keep on watching these shows on Netflix where like a team of people actually get a car, fix the car up, and then they like sell it to the buyer, and I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty cool in concept, but how many people actually have got the cars fixed up, and it's like, okay, that looks pretty cool. So it's like, okay, it's Pit My Ride, except people have to pay for the cars, which, keep in mind, doesn't sound bad on paper, but on the other hand, you actually have to like realize that what kind of upgrades they're doing to the car. And the first of these shows I watched was Rust Valley Car Restorers. I think that's what it's called. Um, and I watched the first season. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, how many people had cars like these they can sell? And it's like, okay, that's cool. And it's like, okay, we got. And keep in mind, I'm not kidding when I say this, but yeah, his whole backyard's for rusted cars, and not to mention it was restored to perfection. Even though, um, give me a moment. Sorry about that. My controller just died. And I was like, okay, that actually is a pretty cool concept. But even though my dad says, oh yeah, that's fake, like that's fake. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Like I didn't know that. I just watched it for the cars. But well yeah, it was actually interesting that they turned like most people actually restore the car to. Heck, they even restored it to the engine, actually. I'm not talking about it looked good. Oh my god. My car looks good. Oh my god. I kind of grew up with Pimp My Ride as well. And keep in mind, I was like, I wonder what car they're gonna build next. And it's like, oh no, what in the world happened to this car? And many years later, I was like, okay, cool. I wonder if they're still making Pimp My Ride. And they still don't. They look so bad. I cringed when watching it. Oh god. Oh man, especially when they try to do something crazy to the car, and it's like, oh no. And keep in mind that I actually watched an interview exhibit about him being Pimp My Ride. He's like, I have been in 2 segments of the show, the beginning and the reveal. That's it. When in the world do you see me with one tool in my hand? Oh my god, it was funny. Like, how many people have not realized that exhibit was there in the beginning and then in the end? That's it. That's it. That's where he was the whole time. Alright. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, Pimp My Ride was probably it's probably the one that actually started that, along with Monster Garage, I think that's what it was called. And it's like, okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. But then I think it was another show that I took it to a whole new level, and it's like, okay, I stand John my Bugatti. That has never happened to me before. Like, what the heck? Like, of all the turns I missed, of all the roads I missed, how come I missed that? What was I saying? Oh yeah, and it was actually a pretty good show to watch. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was very cringe-worthy. And watching it now versus watching it back then, and I'm like, okay, it looks pretty cool. But then watching it years later, I was like, oh god, like that poor car. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think someone put a cotton candy machine on the trunk of in the trunk of the car. I'm like, man, he had no idea how many people were like, why the cotton candy machine? Oh my goodness, Pit My Ride was a roller coaster. It was like there are cars that they make that had a car look so bad that it's like, man, that car needs like a fix up. And then it's like, okay, we got ourselves a new car. It's like, okay, cool. But then again, there were some cars that are good, but it just made it worse. I was like, it's crazy. And the fake reactions when they get the car back looks like trash. Like, yeah, not gonna lie, it was like no joke. It was complete trash. But then, and then like I think like 5 more seasons later, like they were in a new garage. I was like, oh, okay, so it's like a different, like they're like different people. Okay, yeah, yeah, actually looks pretty cool. But my God, no. Okay, here's the worst part, right? I think, I think one of the episodes was with the Nissan 240SX. Oh my God, and and you know what the sad part is? They used the wrong car when they trying to recreate the car in the game, because most people put two and two together, and it's like, oh, in the game it was the hatch model, but in real life it was the coupe model, and then it's like, why? Like, of all things to actually have, that was that was legit cringeworthy. It was it was logically the worst thing that can actually happen to a vehicle, to the game, not to the game. They're like trying to recreate the game. They actually recreate the car from the game to real life, and yeah, a lot was, and actually it did became a trend because I mean that Doom Blue actually recreate his car from Forza Motorsport 6 to real life. Oh great. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Wait. Alright, there we go. Now I'm back. Um, so yeah, right now, yeah, when it comes to like, it's like when like they have shows where like a custom shop actually builds up cars, and then they have like a certain price range that they want to sell. It's actually not that bad. It's just that well, for most people, it's like, oh yeah, it's like something new would have cost around, like, I need to like have my, probably need to have this controller with the charger on, so that way it doesn't die on me. As I was saying, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it would cost such, it would cost like such and such at the time when this car came out, and then they're comparing that to like new like from, okay, for example, let's say let's give it a while. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So like, for example, let's say like they restored like a 1970, let's see, yeah, 1974 Nissan 260Z. You know, they done everything pre-corrected, especially with a 2.6 not just aspirated motor, and that would cost literally $3,600 to $4,800. But yeah, keep in mind it would have been, at that time it would easily in the price range of a Testarossa, which I think at that time would have cost around at least 100 grand, but depending on the upgrades and what color it was. Yeah, actually it wasn't that bad. It was just that it has like a lot of potential to actually get themselves into the business with like restoring cars, or rebuilding cars, or heck, even building custom cars for an actual for an actual buyer. As I was saying, I'm struggling. When it comes to like having not about it, when it comes to this game specifically, they might as well just call it the Crew 2 King of Shortcuts. Because literally this game has a lot, and I mean, sorry about my voice crack, and I mean a lot of shortcuts. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this, but literally this race alone has way too many shortcuts that a lot of people use. And it's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. You just need to do what's necessary. Really only the New York race that has the shortcuts. Well, you're not wrong, but at the same time, you kind of are. I am not kidding when I tell you this, but and it always and they aren't intended anyway. I mean, there's this, and then there's also I think it's called the Laurel race. I think that's what it's called. Where well, they have like this giant shortcut, which they might as well just call it a long cut, because, well, they actually had, most likely, there's they actually use as a shortcut for, so there's that. And keep in mind, this is on Ace difficulty. So, yeah. They're like, oh, hard difficulty, man, that's not bad. They tried Ace, and it's like, oh my goodness, how in the world am I supposed to beat them? It's like, you don't. They're on par with the vehicle you're in. Oh, jeez! What the heck? And there goes third place. God dang it. Wish I was so far apart that leaves lots of room for shortcuts. They could just make more checkpoints. Yeah, that's actually kind of true. You really do not want to lose this race. But I don't know what messed me up, and I can't even catch up to third place. But then again, actually, I do remember what actually messed me up. It was literally a mishap on one of the shortcuts to one of the checkpoints earlier that's in this race. But yeah, I'm like, how in the world did I miss that? Like, I never missed that not checkpoint. I never missed that road. No, like, did I just drive my barrel on? Well then, never have my cheer on. Alright. I mean, I know like there's Crew 1 and it's like it's like rubber banding, but Jesus Christ, this is beyond ridiculous. Oh, not again. Give me a moment. Okay. and I'm not making any progress. Oh wait. Sorry, Gotti. Oh my goodness. That would have been hilarious. I'm like, sorry, car. Didn't end up going first place. I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. I meant to do that. Okay. Okay, I think there's only one way I can actually gain first place back, and that is that shortcut I actually did earlier. God dang it. Okay. I am hoping I'm close to the beaches. Wait. That's one of the bridges. I am very close. No! No, 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 no. Stop it. I'm sorry, Jag. I can't let you pass me. I messed up way too many times for this to happen. Oh my god. See that right there? That's called dirty racing. Now, for those who do not know what dirty racing is, essentially anything goes. Especially when it comes to actually like ramming or pushing people into the wall, spinning people out, or literally just aiming the car in general. And I got passed. God dang it. Okay, I am hoping I'm close. Proper night will last like 5 minutes. Oh my god. I mean, then again, it is a 20-minute, 24-minute cycle. So literally an hour. An hour in this game is a minute in real life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy's not gonna actually let me drive their cars because of this podcast. Oh man. Okay. Shoot! Okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna... Well, unless... Come on, come on.
Going legit
Crap!
doesn't
Okay.
mean doing the speed limit. You know that, right?
As long as that's really nice and it's so short. Oh my god. For real? Yeah, I'm restarting. All because of that stupid mishap on a shortcut. You wonder what happened? Like, how come I cannot, like, get first place in the first place? Well, let's just say there was a mishap on one of the shortcuts where I accidentally drowned in my car.
Unleash that engine.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm like, okay, how come I can catch up to him? I was like, oh, because I keep crashing a lot. That's my only reason. Okay. Yeah, most of the time, actually, yeah, I know it's not about it because like daytime saving, it's re it's pretty unrealistic. Like how the daytime is literally 20 minutes, but when it comes to like each phases of the day, morning in 5 minutes, noon in 5 minutes, evening in 5 minutes, night in 5 minutes, and dusk in 5 minutes. Like, how? How do they mess this up? Okay, that's probably the easiest way to actually take the shortcut, and that is to do not do the logs. Alright. I mean, if anything, out of all the games I've played throughout my entire gaming career, it will probably be, I'd say Burnout Paradise has the best one, because not only you can actually turn that match off, but at the same time, you can actually change it to 24, 20 minutes, 48 minutes, a 2-hour cycle, a 24 hour, and 24, and then there's fixed, where you can add till it's like it's daytime all the time or nighttime all the time. But it also depends on the actual, depends on the circumstances. Like if you want to have like a night, not like a night, wait, every best easily has best day night cycle. That is. It's true. But I say like, you know, this is gonna be the only positive thing I'll say to a game. But Challenge 2 also has a good day and night cycle. It's just that unfortunately it had what's it called? Oh yeah, that nighttime issues, because literally the game is so dark that you cannot see where you're going, which is already as bad as it is, along with the physics. There's also like, oh yeah, don't worry, it should be fine. Come back, okay, cool. Yeah, I had to restart the race because obviously that mishap actually messed me up for good. Uh, no, no, come on. Okay, now what was I saying? Oh yeah. But Payback was also good. It's just that I think it was the opposite of this game where it's like, oh yeah, it's shorter at night when it's longer in day. Well, it needs to be heat, not heat. It needs to be so it needs to be Payback had that literally the night is a lot longer than daytime. And I'm like, okay, that sounds cool, but at the same time, that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, then again, like, most people be like, man, the reason, like, man, Payback would have been a better game if it didn't have the car system. Like, okay, that's cool. But, what about Heat? It's like, okay, Heat, I don't know. It's like, okay. Even though that you admit that Need for Speed Payback would be great if it didn't have the card system, most people would prefer, like, the older Need for Speed. And, well, heck, Need for Speed Carbon is literally Need for Speed Most Wanted, but it has more cars in a different city, the story is different, and the vibe is different. Like, that's about it. Everything else, same cops, well, from a different city. The same cars that wasn't, half the car list was from Most Wanted, and, shoot, that was actually, no, wait, half the cars, not not all of them were from Most Wanted. The Cabal didn't get there. The Eclipse was from Need for Speed. Actually, in fact, the Eclipse was from Need for Speed Most Wanted as well. Just that it was from the different part of it. And you wonder how I know? Because back in 2008, my brother had a thing called the Verizon Chocolate. And the Verizon Chocolate was a phone that actually, well, was ahead of its time, I think. I don't know. It was pretty cool. And, yeah, a lot of people actually liked that phone. Well, until it was, all sold by the, by the T-Mobile sidekick of all things. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, that was pretty cool. Like, that's a gyroscope. It had it literally had like a flip thing. It had the flip screen, so you can actually type something. And it was a keyboard attached. Like, man, those are the fun ages. And then the Android came out, and it's like, yeah, we got something that can be comparable to an iPhone. And it's like, and iPhone's like, nope, Uno reversal, son. It's like, great. Man, phones these days are, let's see, the phones these days that people came up with is kind of ridiculous. Like, the iPhone 12 already took up by storm. In fact, literally three people out of my entire class had iPhone 12s. Not knowing with the iPhone 8, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. But then again, I kind of like how they going with the retro styling again. Like, that's ranging back when they switched from iPhone to Android 2 years ago. Oh snap! Never before smartphones was a good time. No, actually, yeah, no, yeah, I can't lie to you. Yeah, I can't lie about that either, because literally, of all the phones that I've owned, my favorite phone was legit the Samsung Galaxy S2 that my sister gave me, because at that time she had a Galaxy S5, if I correctly, and it's not on par with an iPhone 5. So I was like, okay, that was Okay, it's pretty cool, but at the same time, that phone had battery problems. As in, that phone legit just like dying. Because even though I charged it, and then literally actually not even like an hour, and the phone is dead. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, I need to charge my phone.
You're doing this on purpose to test your skills, aren't you?
Oh no! God. Okay, I didn't turn on purpose. I was supposed to go straight. Alright, what was I saying? Remember singing these songs with friends using infrared? Oh my god. I see, the funny thing is, I remember back in 2014, I was looking for song after song after song to add my that's my Android, and it was like, okay, I finally got all these songs on my phone. I just hoping I end up keeping up because who knows what's gonna happen. And then end up getting a new phone and half of my songs are gone. I'm like, god dang it, what am I supposed to listen to now? And they're like, oh wait. So yeah, I end up getting Spotify. Because I used to, okay, bleh, I can say, it's straight thing. But yeah, I ended up having two ways of listening to music. I had downloaded music, and I had Spotify. Not Spotify, and I have YouTube to listen to music because obviously, honestly, I had a I had an old account, and that account had some music that I wanted to listen to. But unfortunately, I think they actually took down that channel. Like, I don't know, because I had music added instead of actually having to like every single thing. It's like, okay, yeah, might as well just go to my liked playlist, and it's like, oh, okay, that looks pretty cool. Like, all right, sure, why not? But yeah, more or less, it was actually pretty cool. It's just that like half the things that are and oh my goodness, I also I just thought about this. I remember the emulator days. Oh man, like I remember back in middle school. Yes, it was back in middle school. I see my friends play Pokemon on their phone. I'm like, yo, hold on, how do you playing this in? How are you playing this in like a regular smartphone? And it's like, oh, just download this app and then just download games on the website. Like, that's cool. Anyways, and yeah, I'm like, okay, that looks pretty cool, but it's still emulate on my phone. Yeah, I thought that that's like a long time. God dang it! Oh God, I think this is the corner of death because literally. Oh, what the heck? Whoever's in first place, get back here. Oh no. Okay. On iPhones, I said I tried it on my iPhone 5. It just made my iPhone worse. So yeah, I was like, man, if I'm gonna playing something like this. I need something better. I tried it and it worked, but unfortunately it was like it was just my phone worse, and in fact it actually overheated my iPhone. So yeah, I'm like okay, I'm supposed to like play this without like having phone problems. And so my sister gave me her iPhone 6 Plus, and I'm like, yeah, never again I'm gonna play an emulator on my iPhone because because I already had something for that, and yeah, my very own PC, well, my laptop, yes, but still a PC. Anyways, um. So for some reason, I'm like, okay, yeah, I still don't know if I can actually do this to my iPhone. So like, yeah, let me just get a PC. And see, in fact, literally when I graduated, my mom gave me her PC, which was an Asus, um, even though it has two problems. One of which is actually it keeps disconnecting me off the internet in literally random times. So yeah, if I end up getting like a new PC, so that way I can actually have everything to do in that PC. They're just trying to figure out how to actually have the internet not disconnect from the computer. And I don't know why it keeps doing that, but I think it's the fact that it has like it has literally it's not battery life, I know that for sure. But I don't know how this problem happened, but more or less it was actually not that bad. And not to mention you can play Xbox games on the PC, so there's also that. And it's not that way, yeah, got one turn. I'll enjoy it. Anyway, thanks so much. All my fun, so just get really going. Yeah, oh yeah, cause like literally, like of all things that happen, like you can actually run out of gigabytes due to the fact that you have like a bunch of games on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that's gonna happen, but more or less it's actually not bad. It's not good either, because well, obviously, if you run out of storage, then you can't download games on the iPhone. You cannot download any games at all, so yeah, there's that. I remember when my brother actually had like a demo for, you guys might not heard of this, but have you ever heard of Juice 2? Yeah, my brother had the demo of Juice 2, and there were 4 specific cars. It was a 250Z, a Ford Mustang, I think, a Holden, and I think it was, I forgot what the last car was, but I think it was like Juice 2 when I was younger. Anyway, no, I thought about it. I think like 2006, 2007, 2008 was the era where literally like if you get the wrong if you get the game for the wrong system, then something then you basically have like a different experience. And this is actually true because I have played both the PS3 and the PS2 versions, and their gameplay wise, it's literally night and day. Like no joke. Uh, I'm not kidding when I say this, but um, I beat the PS3 version um, back in 2012 when I was turning 13. Right, wait, no, it wasn't 2012. It was 2011. I was turning 12 years old, and um, I had Juice 2 on PS3, and ended up being that. Um, I beat that. I beat the PS3 version, um, like before ended up being the PS2 version. And keep in mind, the reason why I couldn't beat it for the PS2 is because like I had that game since the year it came out, which was around 2007, and it was probably my favorite game when I was a kid. Oh my goodness, and not to mention, I'm wondering how many people were wrong when Need Pro Street said, when a lot of people said, man, Pro Street sucked, there's no free roam, like I couldn't free roam around the map. I was like, it's a closed race, it's a track racing game. Like, how many people have not realized that Need Pro Street was based on the situations in real life, where literally everybody was getting pulled over due to the fact that the cops were literally cracking down on street racing, and heck, regular economy cars were getting pulled over way too often due to the fact that some of the cars are associated with street racing. And it's like, okay, we need to know what's supposed to do with this, because obviously we don't want to get arrested for making any more street racing games. We're like, oh, I know, let's just make a closed racing game. And it was actually the first time they'd ever done that before. And guess what? It was a brilliant plan. It was actually, and not to mention, it was executed well. All the scope was back. What else is there? And in fact, the cars actually had damage, which even though yes, we had damage in the games, but not as detailed as it was back then. As in, literally. Okay, yeah, it's my controller. Yeah, it was like we haven't even seen damage, even though yes, we had damage in the last, like we haven't seen damage like that since I think it was high stakes, when you can actually damage the cars in that game. But oh yeah, but this is this is the first time where you had to be careful with the car you're driving, because if anything, or actually, out of all things that can actually happen, it can actually backfire, and these two was an amazing game. And actually, not all the way, Juice 2 even, well, it also had cosmetic damage, but mostly has cosmetic and like legit performance damage. Like, it was utterly insane. Like, I'm wondering how the developers were like, I think yeah, Black Box was like, oh yeah, okay, let's see what can we do? Oh yeah, let's make this a closed track race where you can actually, where it feels like a street racing game, but had like a closed track, but it's more like sim racing. But then again, Pro Street was one of those games where it became a sim game instead of a full-on simulator or like a racing game. Not a racing game, or like an arcade racer. Even though it has an arcade feeling, um, yeah, it was actually, it wasn't that bad. See, in fact, out of all the races that I played, I liked Speed Challenge because literally, like, there's no such thing as braking when it comes to actually building a car for, well, not straight line speed, but let's see, like, you damage a car a lot. Some parts are played small parts. Yeah, actually, it was actually pretty cool. And not to mention, MCLA can I say in fact, MCLA actually has the biggest. It's one of those games where literally the main character legit talks back, and you can get back up because you actually won. And I was like, yikes! How? I don't know how they managed to do that. I think my controller is actually having mine on his own. Get a chance to go in reversing as well. That's what actually no, I actually do miss that actually. Like if you hear, like you can hear like the reverse gear, and the reason is because like out of all, because like legit, like every time I go in reverse, I don't hear the reverse gear. I'm like, okay, what? I feel like the reverse gear is gone. And, oh. Because a lot of people prefer to have the same gears into their. Dang it! Sorry about that. My freaking controller keeps dying. I can't believe that anyway, very on controller actually interrupted me from what I was saying. It's like God dang it, actually. Yeah, I knew I should like charge my controller when I was about to do the podcast. Yeah, basically it was, yeah, basically the actual, yeah, like MTLA has the biggest smack talker in the game, and can actually back it up because he actually won that race, and it's like, okay, like. And not to mention, I like how, like, whatever you do to the opponent, they actually have reactions. Like, for example, you actually hit their car, they get a bit upset. If you like crash, they actually will like they see it goes two ways the other day, like, oh my god, you okay? Or, hi, this is a bumper cars. I'm like, dang, that's kind of harsh. But, yeah, it actually wasn't that bad. It was just, many people like to, they actually had a ton of traffic with buses, log trucks, tankers, and etc. They go into the dust. Races, yeah. It actually, yeah, it's like the moment your controller dies, and it's like, please charge your controller. It's like, god dang it, not again. Also, ow. Anyway, wait, actually not solid. What? Okay. God dang it. Come on. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god. Come on. No! Alright. I should be able to catch up to first place. Emphasis a little bit should. Like what? Now there's like 5 cars. And there's at least 7 cars on scene at a time. Also, keep in mind, MCLA came out in 2008, and yeah. At least 10 cars on scene at a time. Oh, 70? Oh, my bad. And so you're not wrong with the fact that literally every single vehicle counts. And so you know what the funny thing is? Like, I remember MCL in Los Angeles, literally every single car would have been cars from the previous game as traffic cars. And I was like, oh yeah, that actually seems pretty cool. And then I just like, wait, that's an Escalade, that's a GMC Yukon, that's a Chevrolet Cobalt, and wait, is that a 350Z? Oh my goodness. And heck, even the Golf and Jetta the Golf and the Jetta was in the game. It was just that they were traffic cars. Dying COD. Well, I don't play. I stopped playing COD a long time ago. And yeah, no, I can't. I can't. I'm getting sick and tired of this bull crap. Oh my goodness. I know I'm not the type of person to quit, but at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. It's like, there's no way. Ugh. Um. But yeah, well. Hmm? Oh. Ah, okay. But yeah, more or less. This, Metal Gear 3 was actually the game I didn't expect I mind to come back to is due to the fact that literally the game has so many vehicles in it. It's not even funny. And it, I don't know what vehicle to use. Oh wait, actually, Moab quicksand concept. Hmm, that seems interesting. Um, I know like there's only one Range Rover. That's Defender. Defender works VA 70th edition, and it's the two-door model. Okay. Um, hmm. You see the units I see you don't normally see often in these games. Like it's like here's the thing. I know that I had and actually fun fact, I have been to San Diego and it wasn't actually I know it's all like it was legit if not more crazier than I thought. Because keep in mind the reason why I actually went to San Diego is because of SeaWorld. I haven't been to SeaWorld before. So yeah, it was actually a pretty good experience that I ended up going and it wasn't that bad as well. But a lot of things can actually happen in San Diego. And it was actually the first time I ever watched Gundam in San Diego when I was what's the most customizable car? Um, literally, we had to go to Proto, and then right here. This is legit the most customizable car in the entire game. Like, well, is that or like, if you're talking, um, what's that called? If you're talking, vehicle wise, then I don't know. um, yeah, I don't know what to buy at this point because obviously, honestly, I need to buy more cars because yeah, it still has less options than tuner cars in MC3 Remix, which is kind of sad. And honestly, the reason why it's kind of sad because um, honestly, fun fact: half of those cars that supposed to be tuner cars, they're not tuner cars. They're actual like if you count the C5 as a tuner car, then something's wrong because I would I would class that as a sports car or a muscle car because honestly, that thing has a V8. Oh, excuse me, my goodness. um, yeah, I'm over here. I'm like, hold on. Is it supposed to have that? This is like, or is it supposed to be classified as that? Because I don't remember it being this way, or remember it being that way. NC DMX has licensed parts, that too, and the crazy part is the fact that that Middle Los Angeles, even though they have parts, um, literally a lot of what's that called? Like it's crazy how many cars actually have parts like those, and unfortunately the fact that even though Middle Club Los Angeles had licensed parts, they had their custom parts as well, and it's like, okay, and keep in mind, most people know what their bike kits are. So like literally, for example, the Mazda RX-8 that was in Middle Club LA that you can actually win from Leicester. Like even though yes, as an Ings one bike kit, and then I already know what the fourth one is because obviously, um, because obviously, I have played, um, I played games where they have that specific bike kit, and I'm like, oh, that's the Veilsight kit that most people actually will prefer. Um, oh my goodness, I don't know what car to buy. You know what? Since I'm a tuner guy, I might as well just buy this. Uh, hmm. Let's see. Evora, nah. The Vantage, and this one S, ay ay ay. Hybrid Motard, nah. M4, I don't know what car to buy. um, so yeah, most people say like, um, it's like, oh, don't get this car, it's bad, or oh, get this car, it's good. Like, how many people have didn't realize that a lot of games actually didn't get their licensed cars until like the games is known. Like for example, Tokyo Stream the okay, I know I use this game a lot as an example, but Tokyo Stream Racer when it first came out didn't use licensed cars. In fact, the cars are nameable and they go by type instead of like the actual brand and the actual model, but they go by chassis code. So yeah, and keep in mind this was back in the 90s, and it was 1990 in the 90s all the way to 2001 or 2002 is when they still use unlicensed cars. It was until 2003 or 2004 or 2005 when Toy Story 3 finally gets licensed cars, and it was actually pretty cool that they actually done that to the cars that they actually wanted. But yeah, more or less it was actually it wasn't that bad. It was very experimental when it comes to vehicles like those, but it should be fine. Mm, mm. You know what? Forget it. I'm actually gonna buy these. This was actually as wait. Mm, I really wanted to get this Challenger, but that can wait. I think I already have a son of a gun. I do not want to get the Chrysler, but at the same time, I actually wanted to get this Challenger. I don't know what to do. Choices and choices. Yep. This is what happens when you have like there are such things as many choices, but there are also such a thing as too many choices. Like even though a good car list isn't bad, it's not good when you have way too many options to pick from. Like for example, I'm trying to pick between a Challenger and a 300, and oh, okay, so yeah, the Camaro's a lot more expensive, but this was, and that's because, well, obviously I had the season pass. Like I literally had, like literally, you know what? Oh my goodness, I really do not want to do this. Uh, yeah, I'm grabbing the Mustang. Like, why not? In white with, nah. Okay. My goodness. Yep, you know what? Forget it. I'm buying the Challenger. um, I'm going to buy it in like a very interesting red. I'm going to repaint it later anyway, so there's that. My God. Okay. Don't judge my car choices when they actually had the opportunities on the table. Huh. If this was a Hemi, if this what a Hemi sound like, then I don't know what is. But and by that I meant if that sounds like a Hemi, then apparently any other VA sounds better than this. Like, what in the world is this? Really changer in that game is fast, and the demo and the demon maxed out with stock tunes ridiculous. Wait, it is? Hmm. I'm not feeling all these bumpers. Oh, jeez, I'm not even feeling that one. Uh, yeah. Oh my goodness, I don't know which one to choose. Cause, oh yeah, no, I'm not picking that one. Um, I'm gonna keep it stock for now. But I'm wondering if there's like, oh god dang it. Oh wait, never mind. I picked the wrong one. Obviously that one's blacked out. Black and red stripe. Um, that one's Jesus man. All right, that one's blacked out headlights. Not headlights. This one's blacked out windows. This one's Fast and Furious. Uh, police car. All right. Bullet black stripes. Red and red stripes, which is weird. Oh my goodness. Okay. Charger goes 250. Goes around 240. The demon is even slower than that. What the heck? Hmm. Oh yeah, no. I'm not gonna pick that. Oh, found it. Uh. Okay. Um. I thought I really want. Actually, here's the thing. What I really want to do with this vehicle is to actually recreate the cover car for Need for Speed Carbon. You know, the one that has like the gray, not gray, it was orange and had like a tribal stripe going down the side and has like the stock um like the what's that called? Had that stripe in the middle, which actually was pretty cool. But yeah, actually wasn't that bad. And what the heck? Yeah, I'm not gonna not touching that with a 5 foot pole. Um. Oh. Uh. Okay, so it has like it's not a slight wide body, but it has it's actually flush with the body style. It's not that bad. Carbon mirrors, giant fin. Oh, window is legit the fastest non-jack car in the game. It could go over 330 natural with natural chemistry. Okay. Oh, see, it's all right. Um, hmm. Oh, actually, no, I thought about it. It would been better if this car actually has like parts from the concept car. Like, instead of like having it had like two really big headlights. It doesn't have the splitter at all. In fact the concept car was a lot bigger than that. Takes her to get to that speed, however. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Which NFS? Need for Speed Carbon. Um. Actually, yeah, Need for Speed Carbon is the only game I know. If you count. Actually, yeah, it was legit the only challenger I know that was bigger than this. Like it was a concept car, and my God, it was beautiful. Well, other than if you can get over the fact that it had a giant tail light, it looks something like this. Well, except the entire strip was red. But yeah, it would have been it will actually be pretty cool if it actually has something like this. Actually, you know what? Uh, oh my God. There I go. All right, I have to like tap my controller so that way uh, where's Need for Speed Carbon? Oh my God. No, at this point you're literally just trolling. Like what in the world? I mean, think about it. Which like think about it. Which is the only Need for Speed Carbon that was in the game? Because literally, I'm obviously talking about the original. I'm not talking about On the City, because On the City was a PSP exclusive, if I remember correctly. Okay, I know one that has like that stock stripe. Uh, hmm. There we go. There's also a DS version. Yeah, that's. Oh God dang it! Yeah, I'm out of money. This is. Well, looks like it's gonna be stock attack. Get some money out of this. Okay. There's also the DS version. Yeah, it was. Wait. Oh yeah, Need to Speed Carbon on the Sea was also on the DS and also on Game Boy, which is practically the weirdest thing that most people will say is like, wait, Need to Speed Carbon was on the Game Boy? It's like, yep. It's like, how come it never is? Like, because they stopped making games for the Game Boy and they started making games for the DS, which is not bad. It's not good either, but more or less, um, I think here's the thing. When it comes to like this, because story wise, there are two different stories. Like Need for Speed Carbon is about getting your rep back, and literally you were robbed. Well, spoiler if you have not played Need for Speed Carbon. Um, like you haven't been in the city for a while, and you had to like gain all that. You had to gain the crews back, and it's like okay. And then right when it's done, it's done. You have to take out Darius, and that's about it. You took out Darius, and boom, he actually left town. Actually leaves town. Needs to be Carmen on the CD on the other hand, and you're in the race. Boom, you got amnesia for some reason. My goodness. And actually, not thought about it. I'm like, okay, let's see. Like, I know this story can be better, right? Like this can't be it. And turns out that was it. I was like, huh, didn't see that coming. um, but yeah, it was actually pretty cool that Let's see how Black Panther writes out his cars. Um, actually, literally just figure out what build I want to go for because obviously the, the cars in this game are very customizable for what it is. Um, but actually, I think my cars aren't as bad as his, but um, then again, don't blame the person, blame the game that actually has all these parts. Hmm. Okay. Huh. Yours look good. Yours look good. Okay, yeah. Most likely, okay. The RX-8 doesn't have that doesn't have that bad of parts actually. Um. Ooh. Actually, yeah. That's that. Yeah, I can tell like this thing. Actually, I can tell like if most likely if someone didn't do it first, then I don't know what to say. Um. So easy to rise cards is easy too, especially with vanity items. That is so true. Um, but from but for my taste, it depends on what kind of car it is because obviously, like you said, it's easy to rise out cars in the Crew 2, and especially with the vanity items. But at the same time, like they have they sometimes have good options, sometimes they have bad options, and literally the worst. And I can't lie about this. The I can Here's an example. This car, the Dodge Challenger SRT8 392. You can actually have a full-on blower on the car, and it doesn't have any and it's on street tires. But this is beyond ridiculous. Oh my god. What in the world game? Heck, you can have the this poor car did not deserve the attention it gets. Oh my god. Should I invite bundle the Vault bundle two police cars? If you're talking about the Cadillac Escalade and the F-150, I have both of them actually. It's easier to buy them in a bundle than to buy them separate. Um, so yeah, I would say I'll go for it, but then again, um, I mean the only police car I legit have is if I can find it, customize it. Unfortunately, you can't. Um, so yeah, like for example, this thing is still stock. The only thing is, then it has the that's the only vanity plate it has. I mean, like the vanity items it has. Um, that sucks. Well, they're police cars, so like it's not that bad. It's not good either, but more or less it can actually work out. So it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, because like when's ever the last time you hear someone customizing um something that rare? Like Really cool to change delivery on them. Actually, I think you can. Wait, hold on. Let me check the F-150 for example. Customize. I think you can change deliveries. Wait. Oh my God, you can. What the heck? This is. Yep. Uh. Yeah, you can actually change the way the vehicle looks. What the bruh? What the heck is that? Canine unit. Okay. This is okay, we got an undercover. Another undercover. Uh what the actually that looks cool. Secrest County. Wait, isn't Secrest County needs to be hot pursuit? You you can't even put the on the Bugatti Lovato Noir or the Type 57, I believe. I don't have those cars, unfortunately. I I bought it. Okay. Fire rescue, police yell. Excuse me. Police. What kind of mess is this? Tactical response. Huh. Okay. Um. But yeah, it actually looks pretty cool. Is someone really parked right next to me? Like I'm in a Corvette, for God's sake. Okay. Uh. So yeah, that's most likely about it. But Uh. Yeah, more or less. Um. I did not see this coming. Okay, let me just move up a little. Alright, record. Except for some of the recent summit cards, or sorry cards, and some cards like card covers because I gave up on the game. Wait, so do you wait? Have you also owned the ones that you actually get from when you actually first bought the game? You actually get the cards from Crew 1 to the Crew 2, I believe. I can't remember. But yeah, it was like this challenge. It was like, because I know I have 13 out of the 15 I did 13 out of the 15 challenges, and I didn't even get the game until like much later. But at that time, it was the Gator, the Gator thing, like for some reason.
Word is there's some exciting new stuff waiting for us back at HQ. We haven't been there in like forever. We should check it out.
They didn't give us cars with that method except for the 4-way special. I just bought them in the game. Yeah, I was actually surprised that they're like, oh yeah, most likely right after this update you can't get the cars anymore. It's like, crap, I really need to get those cars. Oh my god. And the crazy part is, I ended up winning those, not winning those cars. Ended up getting 2 free cars instead of like, Like literally 15 of each class. Like that's insane. Um, so yeah, it was actually it was practically the most interesting thing that I ever done in this entire game. Um, dang it! This is my goodness, my mechanic lied to me. There isn't anything special in the right here. The only thing special here is this Green Lantern vehicle over here. Oh Lord, what have they done to this poor car? That car didn't deserve it. uh, I actually need to check how much is the bikes right now because of the fact that almost every single bike, but um, except for oh. Ay, ay. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm still broken. uh, yeah, the 450 XC Street Race Edition. So, I think we ain't going for the money in the game anymore because it's too ridiculous, too tedious. I just spent the rest had left on new vehicles. Actually, there are some new vehicles in this game. If you wanted to take a look at it. Um, and no, that Chiron isn't one of them. And it's actually wait, no, that's not there. It's right. Hmm. I know. Oh, there we go. All my cars, and I had never, well, have not played it in years. Yeah, this is one of the new cars, and yes, this is the one I talked about that that they actually had like a 993, and then they convert to a GT1 car. Baltimore race still got 11 mil left. Jesus, what did you do? Like what in the world? Like a Baltimore race still got 11 mil left. Uh, yeah, I'm actually kind of clueless. This is Jesus Christ, I'm basically labeled that mess. The most money I had once is 40 million. What the heck? Ay, ay. Hmm. Still can't believe that they actually had. Oh my God. Anyway, um, it is one thing I want to check out. It'll probably be let's scroll down some more, because no, that's not it. There we go. So I would actually want to check this thing out. Like this thing looks insane as it is. Welcome to Max. I'll have every set bonus nitric canvas point breaker and maybe set it on every discipline. Jesus Christ! I think. Wait, did you have the? Wait, did you get the Wait, did you get the game on launch? Cause that's probably the only reason why. Oh jeez. This is. much I became a tryhard. Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm like, Jesus Christ, get a game from launch? However, yeah, trust me, like, I know what it's like to actually, not how, to actually work out the most, work out the most insane thing you can actually do to do in this game, like I have, it's not, like, 27-30 on New York, Jesus. Oh, okay, they got it right this time. I wish they did the same thing with the skyline. Who is Livik? Oh, yeah, he's I met him at I met him in Payback. It was like way before I did actually like Gran Turismo. So there's that. Using Huracan for Mate. I didn't um I didn't even get the thing. Bleh, I can speak today. I didn't even get to use the Huracan. I didn't. Bleh. Actually, it's kind of hard not to think about. I was like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me just get this thing real quick. Oh wait, I can't because obviously this game just like, you know what? Here's a Actually, it's kind of a stupid move in my opinion, but because they make they make literally the summit cars unbuyable, which in my opinion can actually be bad for the people that actually want to buy these cars instead of like they went in to get it for free, but if they wanted to actually get the vehicle, like they want to buy it, they're probably gonna have to charge extra because of what it is. Oh, I actually do like that Roadrunner though. Hmm. Let's see, Chiron, Devo, Love White Noir. Hmm. No, though, I actually do like this. Actually, not gonna lie, that's like that is I I can't lie to you guys, but the Law Noir, bleh, I think it's called the La Voiture Noir, is probably my favorite looking Bugatti so far. That looks sick. I wonder if it sounds sick too. It actually looks cool in black. I guess that's why they call it a Noir, because, oh, it actually sounds good. Holy moly! Oh, they sound the same in the game. In the, the wing goes up. Okay. Yep. This thing has special arrow. I just love the look. This thing looks like something from a spy movie. Well, if they can afford it, that is. Like, I'm wondering how many replicas of these they have to make. In case, like, or it's kind of like a stealth vehicle, because why the heck not? The car is visual, no, and no visual mods. I can see why. This thing looks good as it is. Like there's. Oh my god. Cause in black. Oh, now I thought about it. If they have if this car had like an option for black wheels, I'm like, yeah, I'm officially in love with this car. This is uh. But yeah, actually don't mind if this car was in a Spawn movie. Because obviously they're probably putting like most number one, most expensive spy car. It's just, oh my goodness. They were like, are you sure you want to get this Bugatti a new makeover? It's like, yes I will. Like, okay. Everyone bring in the Bugatti. It's like, alright, let's see what it is. And then they just brung this out. Boom. Instant millions. waiting for waiting for them to add a Cindereki into the game. I haven't seen that yet. Like I know this is coming from a car guy like me, but I have not seen that car yet. Also, this thing looks. Oh my god! If this isn't American, I don't know what is. Oh, okay. So it's black and gray with the they created the first prototype model for it. Hmm. Oh, okay. Hmm. Actually, no, I thought about it. If they would actually made a spy movie with that car, like I don't want it to be like, oh, it should be like the beginning of the game, not game, beginning of the movie. Let's put it like right in the middle in like a chase scene. It's like, all right, like yeah, that actually would sound cool. It wasn't a chase scene. Like no, they should like give. It's like they should give him the like I know it's not gonna sound very spy-like, but like I think like the first vehicle they gave him was like it would be like something that you will see that that you will normally see out in the street. And then they actually ended up having to destroy it because they had to escape somewhere. And it's like okay, you actually got this car destroyed. Like for example, god dang it, I'm actually looking for it. Uh, it's right. Oh wait, right here. Yep, that should be the card. Actually, I saw this one. I saw this in real life. Like no joke. It actually looks good in person than in like photos. Yeah, like it should be like this. Um, but but it'll be like this color with well, actually not that way. It will be perfect. It was like this. Yeah, I don't mind this as like a spy car. Like they bring this in and the car ends up getting shot getting shot up or gotten destroyed, and then they brung this in the middle, and then like in the end it'll be like something much more expensive than this, which is like how like okay how can they top this one, and it's like and then they just bring in the yes go for some reason, which it probably would be interesting to bring a yes go to a spy movie, but then again that's depending on the person of course. But then again, when it comes to spy, it has to have that spy feel. Like it's already crazy as it is when it comes to how crazy can a movie car get? Well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. How many cars can actually make into spy cars because that'll be it's already interesting as it is. But more or less, yeah, I guess that's today's podcast. Hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. Also, follow me on Instagram at Goddrifter247sun Productions. Follow me on Twitter at GD247s. And last but certainly not least, make sure you check out my Discord. It's Goddrifter247sun Productions Garage and Museum. And last but certainly not least, check out my series Walking Fury. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Hope to see you guys next time. This is Goddrifter signing off. Oh, and last but certainly not least, the car show will be tomorrow. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, hope you guys have a dope Friday, and this is Goddrifter signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.